You are very discriminatory. You saw his Jamaican passport. This is unbelievable. You saw that we had a Jamaican passport, and the moment you saw the Jamaican passport, you said you have no rooms, and you also said that no smoking.
Hello, I know that nobody would want to experience what these Jamaican ladies experience in this Airbnb. You know, you cannot imagine you going into a restaurant and after presenting your passport, you got to be denied the services just because you're from a given country and they have these stereotypes about this country. I just want to react on this video, and please share your thoughts concerning it. You tell me how you think about the video, and also make sure that you watch up to the very end of the video where I'll be sharing my commentary on the same. And I believe that I'm going to learn much from you as well as you learn from me in this clip of today. I'm your presenter for today, Shadrach, and please don't leave without subscribing, please, man. Just support us by simply subscribing. We urge you to like our videos, share our content. We are going to greatly appreciate. But for now, let's rock in and unpack what we have here. Please make sure that you watch to the very end. Let's rock in.
To stay here, sir? Is that what you're saying? You know, I'd really appreciate if you would answer me.
I'm telling you again and again. The lady just came. He asked me, do you have room? I said, I don't have room. The minute that you guys took time, 5 reservations came out of my system.
No. Let's not deflect.
Whatever you want to do.
Excuse me?
I don't have any room.
Sir, are you going to allow me? You should call the police so I can let them know how discriminatory you are. You are very discriminatory. You saw his Jamaican passport. This is unbelievable. You saw that we had a Jamaican passport, and the moment you saw the Jamaican passport, you said you have no rooms, and you also said that no smoking. Wow.
Yes, I have a lady. She's coming. She's a belonging. She's young like crazy. I don't have any room to sell.
I'm telling the police I'm here yell like crazy. We're at the Knights Inn in Nashville, Tennessee, off Spring Street.
Yes. Thank you, officer. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Please.
And what are we going to tell the police now?
Whatever you want.
That I harassed you?
I just reported.
What exactly are you going to tell the cops?
I just reported, so he going to take you out. That's what all it is. Because I don't have rooms.
So because you don't have any rooms, you're going to call the police on me because you don't have any rooms?
You threatened me. You're doing like this. That's what you do right now.
I threatened you.
I'm telling you as a...
This is unbelievable. You know, never have I ever witnessed this in my lifetime, sir.
My system is closed.
Wow.
Yeah, because he saw the passport, you were like, oh, there's no smoking.
That's where it started.
That's where it started.
So because I'm Jamaican, it's synonymous with smoking.
Right.
I deliberately sat and watched you check this person in. This group of Caucasians, and you did not say to them no smoking.
All right.
You never said that to them.
How are we going to say that?
Excuse me?
What are we going to say that to the kids?
Why would you say to them no smoking?
Yeah, so how are we going to say to the kids?
So why did you say to us no smoking? Because you saw the Jamaican passport.
It's not about Jamaica. You know where I'm from?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
What happened?
Well, your predecessor was quite disrespectful.
Okay.
Yes, the gentleman that was standing here just before you came out. I'm sorry. Hello?
Hi, we got a 911 call from this number. Is everything okay?
For the most part, Shani said that he's gonna call the police because I'm harassing him. So I wanted to make my report as well, so we can have 2 records on file for this incident, in the event that he had actually called the police.
Okay. And are you at 99 Spring Street at Night Inn?
Yes. So I was actually waiting for the police to get here so we can possibly get to a resolution.
And don't see any other calls at that location.
Of course not. Unbelievable. This is... Sir, have you gotten a better understanding of what is happening now?
Yeah.
And what?
He told me I don't have any room to give her.
Sir, I have everything on record. So you can lie to them all you desire. That's not what transpired.
I just did my job. 4 people came.
You just did your job
4 people.
by looking at my passport and telling me instantly, no smoking.
4 people came.
You did not say that to the white people that came here, the Caucasian families. You never said to them, no smoking. Everything was fine until he saw our passport, and that is what is making me upset. And when he saw how hurt I was and how serious I was, he actually came out and said that the reason for his behavior is because he's having a bad day. Well, if you having a bad day is going to affect you providing quality customer care, this is not the line of work for you.
4 guests came on the lobby, and I told them I don't have rooms. And you guys telling me you have rooms. That's what I don't have rooms.
Listen,
And you're recording us.
Listen, you're not.
The reason for my recording is to stand as proof of what you are doing and how you're being discriminatory against us. You also lied and said you had called the authority. I just called the police. They said there's no record of you reaching out to them. Why do you think that you telling me that you have called the police would have done anything differently tonight? You thought I was going to run through the door because you called the cops? I'm not illegal. I'm not partaking in illegal activities in this country. You are grossly disrespectful.
Hello guys, welcome back again. And being denied or refused a service just after showing a Jamaican passport is not just a rude, it's an attack on identity and the dignity of Jamaicans, because that immediate public rejection when someone simply asserts who they are is what I usually call a wound that echoes far beyond one interaction. And guys, just imagine the moment of being confident enough to travel. You have your passport in hand, expecting that neutral transactional exchange of checking in, and then you just meet a cold wall of suspicion or an outright hostility. That sudden shift from routine hospitality to exclusion is humiliating in a way that lingers, man. I can say it forces the targeted people to feel foreign in the world where they already have a right to exist. They're humans, they're supposed to be there. You have all rights to travel whatever place you want, so long as you have proper documentation as anyone else, you're supposed to be given the same services. And let us also be honest with ourselves. A passport is a humble object with heavy meaning. It says, I belong here and I am recognized by a nation. I belong to a certain nation. I have all rights to be in this place. And when that document becomes the trigger for discrimination, the insult is doubled. And not only is the person rejected, but the nation they represent is dismissed or debased. So for Jamaicans, whose country is small but very proud, that I can say that attack reaches into national pride and personal history. It should not be this way. I believe we should do better. And this kind of refusal is rarely random. Refusing service because someone presents a Jamaican passport is a racialized and xenophobic act. Even if the staff coached it in procedural covers like policy or security concerns, words like "we can't serve people from here, from there, or from here" may be unsaid but are implied, and implication is often as damaging as an explicit slap. And you know, guys, the emotional fallout matters. Anger, shame, disbelief, the need to explain oneself repeatedly. These are immediate reactions. Longer term, there can be anxiety about future travel. That I can definitely say, because a feeling of being under constant suspicion and the quiet way such incidents pile up into trauma. And this trauma haunts people. That's not dramatizing. It's what happens when people boundaries are violated in a public space. And my people, I can really say that this moment sits inside a larger history. Caribbean people and Black people globally carry the weight of generations of exclusion, colonial hierarchies, and stereotyping. For Blacks, they are always pictured as these people who are very violent, people who are very lazy. But in real sense, this is not it. Jamaicans, they are also viewed as people who are violent, people who just like taking bang and all these. That's why even the lady there was told that you're not supposed to smoke in here, yet they had not seen even any bang with her, but they started or began by notifying her that you're not supposed to smoke here. But their counterparts were never told such a thing. They were not even thought of doing that. And this now tells you that these are stereotypes that keeps on following Black people and Black people in general, which I believe we should not live this way. We should not paste these stereotypes on people just because they come from different, or just because they're from this race or this race, or coming from this part of earth or this part of earth. This should stop. I believe we need to talk much about this so that it cannot continue going on. We must look at power dynamics here. Often the frontline staff are the face of a bigger institution that either tolerate profiling or trains employees in ways that allow bias to flourish. And for that, blame can be directed at an individual, but the institutional policies, management, or cultural and customer services protocols deserve scrutiny too. We need to ask ourselves, who is signing off on that behavior by silence? Stereotypes and xenophobia feed these incidents. And when people conflate nationality with poverty, criminality, or otherness, they kind of justify exclusion as protection. And that mental leap, passport, threat, is irrational but persistent, and it's reinforced by media narratives and unequal global power structures. On the micro level, anti-bias training, clearer policies, and accountability for staff conduct matter. On the macro level, tourist facing industry, I would rather say often prefer no trouble to doing the right thing. That complacency creates environments where discrimination is more likely to be enacted and less likely to be corrected. And if you're watching this video as an observer, there are practical things to encourage the victims to do. Document names, take screenshots, record time stamped footages, if possible, gather witness contacts, and also ask for written explanation or incident report from management, because evidence matters. If the goal is an official complaint or legal action, evidence matters a lot. And I can also tell my Jamaican brothers and sisters, contacting the Jamaican embassy or consulate in the country where this happened is a concrete next step, because diplomatic missions can offer guidance and sometimes intervene on behalf of citizens and point to local resources. We also record incidents that can feed into broader diplomatic pressures if a pattern emerges. Legal recourse exists in many places but varies widely. Local anti-discrimination laws, we have consumer protection statutes, or hospitality regulations might apply, or there might be frustrating gaps. It's legitimate to seek local legal advice before making threats or promises you can't verify. And practical measured legal steps are usually, I say, the most effective. I can also say social media platforms like this can be a double-edged sword. Amplifying the video can also force an abusive business to respond and can bring collective attention that kind of pushes for change, but it can also spread partial narratives, expose victims to further trauma. And I think we can hold first this truth. Being denied service for just showing a Jamaican passport says far more about the ignorance and smallness of the discriminator than it says about the excellence of the Jamaican people. And that hurtful encounter does not define the nation of Jamaica. No, it doesn't. It does not. Its culture or the inheritance or even the worth of the people targeted. I would say this is just a stereotype that they have towards the people from Jamaica. And I believe by talking much about these issues, by sharing our thoughts, by sharing such kind of videos, and calling out these people and pointing out the wrong things, it will help a bigger time. I've been your presenter Shadrach, and I don't know what you think about this video, but you can let me know in the comment section. It's still going on. Let's continue having this conversation. Let's continue hanging out. I'm grateful for tuning in. I'm very grateful for staying up to this very end and also getting to hear what I have to say about this. And please don't leave without subscribing. If this was your first time here and you've not yet subscribed, please do us a favor, subscribe to our channel. Take us to 10,000 subscribers. We are going to be grateful for that. This marks the end of this session, and I'm hoping to see you in the next video. And please remember, support a brother, stand with a fella. This is the least that we can do, especially humanity being our religion. Goodbye, my people.